guys, it's Mrs. Pekarski, and we're back with the end to our Magic School Bus book, The Giant Germ. So, last time at the end of chapter 7, Jimmy, the sick 4th grader, was eating a piece of bread that the Magic School Bus was stuck inside. So we're going to see what happens. So, chapter 8. What? I couldn't believe we were actually heading into Jimmy's body. How much worse could our luck get? We were about to find out. The Magic School Bus slid to the back of Jimmy's throat along with his bread. His throat looked really red and swollen, but that wasn't the only thing we noticed. Yikes, look at all those viruses, DA said. Tiny cold-causing viruses were stuck all over Jimmy's throat. Those viruses are invading Jimmy's cells and making him sick, Miss Frizzle explained. And here's a picture. So there's a picture of Jimmy's mouth in the school bus, and they're saying, "Poor Jimmy." They feel bad for him because his throat is so red and sore. So they can see firsthand how much it really hurts him. So Miss Frizzle is saying that these viruses that they're seeing are what's making him sick. But how, I wondered? Miss Frizzle tapped some buttons on the dashboard. The next thing we knew, the Magic School Bus shrank right down to virus size. "Let's hitch a ride with that virus and see how it's done," said the Frizz. She steered the bus over to one of the spiky round viruses. This virus may seem small, but it's capable of doing big damage. That means it could really hurt somebody. As we watched, the virus used its spikes to drill into one of the cells lining Jimmy's throat. Those viruses weren't moving at all when we saw them outside Jimmy's body, Tim said, but now they're really coming alive. The spiked virus dug deeper and deeper until it was actually inside Jimmy's cell, and then the Magic School Bus slipped in behind it. I could think of a million places I would rather be, like having lunch in a nice, clean, germ-free restaurant, but no such luck. Viruses lead exciting lives when they're around living cells, Miss Frizzle told us. This virus is using the material inside Jimmy's cell to make more viruses, and we're right here to see it happen. What luck! Arnold's face was white. Bad luck, you mean? Very bad. I had to admit, the situation was serious. Jimmy's cell was already filling up with other spiky viruses. They grew bigger and bigger around us. "We need some crowd control in here," Phoebe said. But those viruses were completely out of control. Before long, there were so many new viruses that Jimmy's cell actually burst open. "The viruses killed Jimmy's cell," Carlos said, "and look, all the new viruses are attacking more of Jimmy's cells. No wonder he's feeling sick," I said. I couldn't believe it. The viruses were everywhere. "The giant germ is certainly hard at work," Miss Frizzle said. Ralphie stared out a bus window. "But the viruses are tiny." "Microbes may be small," said the Frizz, "but there are a lot of them, and the changes they make can be giant, whether they turn old food and leaves into humus or make a mess out of Jimmy's throat," Arnold finished. "Not to worry, class. Jimmy's body is already hard at work fighting the viruses," Miss Frizzle assured us. Miss Frizzle turned the wheel and drove the Magic School Bus straight through Jimmy's throat cells. Soon we found ourselves inside one of the blood vessels that carries blood through Jimmy's body. Whoa! I grabbed my seat as the Magic School Bus was swept up by the fluid. Talk about speedy. This is moving fast. Arnold groaned, covering his eyes. "Tell me when it's over." The Magic School Bus rushed along the blood vessel. The liquid part was clear, but there were lots of cells racing through the blood vessel with us. Miss Frizzle pointed to some red, saucer-shaped cells outside the bus windows. "Those are red blood cells. They make our blood look red," she said. "Their job is to bring oxygen, that's like the air that we breathe, to all the different parts of the body." "What about those white blobs?" Phoebe asked. She pointed to some white cells that rushed alongside us in the clear liquid of the blood. "Ah, wonderful! White blood cells! Our body's biggest defense against microbes that make us sick," said the Frizz. "They travel through the blood in our body, gobbling up germs wherever they find them." So Jimmy's white blood cells are like an army that's fighting against the viruses in his body, Tim said. Correct you are, Tim, the Frizz said. We all watched as the white blood cells attacked the viruses in Jimmy's throat. The white blobs reached out and engulfed virus after virus. That means that these white blood cells, they're taking up all these viruses. They're fighting back so that Jimmy won't get any more sick. The white blood cells actually ate the viruses. And here's a picture. So I know that's kind of hard to see what's happening there, but that's the white blood cell gobbling up all these viruses that are making Jimmy sick. But there are so many viruses. Can the white blood cells really kill them all? Ralphie asked. Our bodies have ways of helping white blood cells to work better and faster, Miss Frizzle told him. When there's an infection, we pump extra blood to that spot. That way, there are more white blood cells to destroy the microbes. So that's why we're moving so fast, I said. The Frizz nodded. All that extra blood is what makes Jimmy's throat and nose red and swollen too. Even feeling tired and achy is a good sign. Jimmy feels that way because his body is using so much energy to fight the viruses. So lots of things that make Jimmy feel sick are actually signs that his body is doing a good job fighting the germs, Arnold said. The workings of the human body are a wonder to behold, said the Frizz. Within a few days, Jimmy's natural defenses in his body will defeat the viruses and he will feel well again. I was really glad to hear that. If only our luck would change for the better, too. Outside the bus, a white blood cell sprayed some viruses with a cloud of tiny white particles. Check it out. That white blood cell just sprayed antibodies, D.A. said, referring to her book. That's how white blood cells mark invaders like viruses and bacteria, so other white blood cells know what to destroy. So invaders, if you remember, we talked about an invader, right? Someone who invades is like somebody who sneaks in. So these viruses have snuck into his body, and the white blood cells are marking them so that if any other white blood cells see them, they'll know that that's a virus. They need to get rid of that. It says, those antibodies actually have another job too, said Miss Frizzle. They keep track of the disease-causing microbes they meet in the body so they can help fight them off faster the next time. So next time those viruses try to invade, Jimmy's body will probably be able to fight them off before he even gets sick, I said. Now that's good medicine. See, we talked about that, right, in one of our other books that we read together, how if you get sick one time with something, you're much less likely to get sick another time. Now we're reading the reason why. So because once the viruses fight them once, it's a lot easier the next time for them to fight them again and win. And Jimmy's body is doing it all on its own, Carlos said. I never knew our bodies were so good at taking care of themselves. Just then, a white blood cell sprayed a cloud of antibodies all over the bus. Uh-oh, Phoebe said. Now Jimmy's white blood cells see us as an invader. They think we're a virus, Ralphie yelled. Jimmy's natural defenses are working perfectly, Miss Frizzle announced. But the rest of us didn't feel quite so enthusiastic. That means we weren't as excited as she was, especially when we noticed a white blood cell coming up from behind us. I waited for a stroke of good luck. We really needed one, but that white blood cell kept stretching towards the magic school bus. If that white blood cell does its job, I said, we're history. Oh boy, and since chapter 9 is a short one, we're going to go ahead and read it. Here's the picture of them trying to escape from the white blood cell. So you can see that white blood cell is reaching out and stretching like it's going to eat them up. And Miss Frizzle is saying, hang on tight, class. And Keisha is saying, I knew I should have stayed home today. So let's see what happens. This is our very last chapter, chapter 9. No need to panic, said Miss Frizzle. The magic school bus has one thing white blood cells don't. What's that? I asked. A turbocharged engine. Miss Frizzle hit the gas and we zoomed away from the white blood cell. Hooray, we cheered. The magic school bus sped through Jimmy's cells until we found ourselves back inside the huge cavern of his mouth again. Excuse me. There were a lot more white blood cells now. We saw plenty of viruses too, but the white blood cells were doing a great job of attacking them. Jimmy's going to be better in no time, Wanda said. Just then, Jimmy's mouth opened and daylight flooded over us. Ah, ah. We knew what was coming next. Choo! Jimmy sneezed. The tremendous force of it sent the magic school bus flying out of his mouth. We spun wildly through the air. It was hard to tell exactly where we were, but when I saw a blur of green trees and blue sky, I knew we weren't inside anymore. We shot right out the open window, Ralphie said. We landed on the street and pop, the magic school bus returned to its normal size. What a wild ride, Tim said. I heard a loud rumbling, but it wasn't coming from the engine. It was our stomachs growling, and the loudest stomach of all was our driver's, the Frizz. Next stop, Paolo's Pizza, Miss Frizzle announced. That was music to our ears. Paolo's makes the best pizza. I guess our luck is changing for the better after all, I said as we got off the bus in the parking lot. I always feel that way after Miss Frizzle's field trips are over, Arnold said. He pulled open the door to Paolo's and we all went inside. We couldn't wait to eat. But first, we stopped to wash our hands with soap and water. We'd had enough microbes for one day. And that's the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, the Magic School Bus and the Giant Germ. Maybe we'll read some more Magic School Bus books in the future. I've just ordered some more chapter books so that we can do some more chapter books. I have some here, so stay tuned. Maybe we'll do some more chapter books like this in the future, okay? So hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye, guys.